Alright, I'm back. I'm playing PoE on my Templar again. This game's great. You know, it's a nice, refreshing amount of challenge. I feel like a lot of other games maybe had, but weren't kind of known for, I guess.
Hello.
Kind of like, Elden Ring was kind of really mainstream, but it
God
wasn't
hasn't
like
abandoned us.
that hard. Like, it was kind of easier, I guess, because it was so much more fluid. Like, you had like Millennia. But besides that, you could probably beat the game, you know what I'm saying, without much help. And then Margaret and all that. People were just doing that to be like part of the group. You know, people were being like, "Oh, he beat me 1,000 times." They were memeing. They weren't really serious. It wasn't like a challenge that put a dark, bad taste in your mouth. You know, like not like someone punched in the mouth. It was really just someone being really good. It wasn't like it was just some unapproachable challenge. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this is what this game kind of brings to the table: a challenge that isn't. That doesn't really have any light at the end. You win, and then you conquer the challenge. It's not like you just enjoy Elden Ring. You know what I'm saying? This is a game that'll kind of have you stop playing it because you'll get killed and you'll stop playing it or something. You know what I'm saying? This is a pretty old game. Maybe challenging stuff to people is like just a side thing or something. You know what I'm saying? Like you have challenging, then you have like what else they want to put on top. But I feel like this game brings challenge to the top. All this game really is, in a way, is challenge. Everything else kind of falls to the side. And it's just, to me, trying to get my build right and my gear and learn how to play the game and basically scrape and rat my way through the game. This is a game where you'd have like a bunch of money and stuff, and that'd be like a bonus because it'd actually support you in some way. Like, well, at least I'm super wealthy in this game. I don't know. People really are kind of. I think I went the wrong way. But really kind of like Fruit Punch, where they could be hanging out and blah blah blah. They're talking about some science. They're talking about like a picture, a funny picture, and you give them some Fruit Punch, and that's all they care about. It's like they're punching through everything, not listening, just to kind of slip their Fruit Punch. It's like people in school who are like smacking gum and listening to music and eating Cheetos and shit. Like, that wasn't really the point. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can do that. Like, it's enjoyable. No one's gonna argue against your opinion. But, when people hear people talk, they should at least listen a little bit so they know whether they're gonna be offended or not. So to slurp their Fruit Punch. Like, I would be listening to, like, the news, and I would be slurping Fruit Punch, even though it's completely kind of inappropriate, I guess. To be, like, so ignorantly slurping Fruit Punch, during the news, knowing that it's news time. Not really about respect or revering news, just the, the seriousness that comes out of this. And I'd at least want to listen a little bit to know if I'm slurping Fruit Punch during like the war report or something where they're talking about what's going on in these war zones. That'd be really pretty fucking ignorant. That'd be pretty annoying too, I think. So I at least listen a little bit to know if what they were saying was like, my cue to go and do some more ignorant stuff. I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't want people to misconstrue me or think what I was saying wasn't important because someone's slipping fruit punch.
Your humble servant thanks you, my god.
Like, I wouldn't want someone to take what I say and carry it across the ocean and, you know, try to shake it, see if it does anything else. You know, just to, like, get what they want out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could easily have already been offended, you know what I'm saying, or jumped to conclusions. It's different, like it's backwards or something. I guess maybe the map's not always the same. It's like if I said that Call of Duty is the worst game ever, and then someone starts slipping fruit punch, you couldn't really hear what I was saying, or you know, knew that the people who were gonna jump on the mic weren't even really. Like, they were supposed to have already said something. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go on and on, so they can eventually say, "Oh yeah, now I get it. He's talking about something." You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna really care what people are saying. You just stick to your perspective. Listening to them is almost like waiting to say what you're gonna say, when in actuality, you've been waiting to say this for so long. It's not like you'd really be contributing or saying anything or even engaging. You'd just be screaming about what's right or your opinion. Like, that's just annoying. I'm saying, like, you should just be standing by the phone before the cops and looking at your window, watching your neighbors, listening, and serving fruit punch. You know what I'm saying? Someone can be like, I think Call of Duty's the worst game ever, and you'd be like, well, this guy must be like me, you base everything on facts, and blah blah blah, and I'm calling cops. Like, no, that could be their opinion, and like, you know, you could have kept listening. They would say, you know, like Call of Duty's the worst game ever, but, you know, a lot of people play it. Like, no one's trying to, at least not me, trying to cold some stuff together, or cobble some stuff together, whatever, and drop some subliminal, factual, opinionated information. Like, you can only rephrase and say something in so many different ways before it's really the fault of whoever's listening. You're really listening just so they can pull their move. You know what I'm saying? So they can spout their opinion. It's a very easy solution, right? You would say, well, listen, I'm just trying to say what I gotta say, or not what I gotta say, but say what I want to say, and I've already taken the energy and time to make sure what I was saying wasn't unintelligible or something you could. It's basically was formulated in a way where you can understand it. So, like, don't just make it like I'm not talking sense. Like, at least be a little more truthful. Be like, all right, well, here's my political view. I don't care about your political view, buddy. Your political view is free to call the cops people if they don't agree with you. I don't care. It's like, I'm not going to beat my perspective and my reasoning and what makes sense coming from me normally into someone's head who's just like a complete nut job and will just call the cops on somebody because they don't agree with them. Like, you know, like, they're not even really arguing facts. They're literally using the idea of facts and how facts sound and how something rational that makes sense would sound, but that's just their opinion, really. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to let someone hide their opinions that I probably don't agree with, and I would just say, I hear your opinion, you know, I respect your opinion, but I don't agree with you. You know, I wouldn't really even spend the time dealing with these people who would hide their opinion behind supposed facts and rationale. If you don't have an opinion that you care about enough to still hold it after it isn't a fact, then you just shouldn't even say anything, I guess, right? You should reform your opinion based off facts. Is that important? I'm saying. Like, I could read all the book words in the dictionary. These are all actually words. This is a factual statement. But at the end of the day, I say I like rainbows. You'd be like, this guy's like, that's ridiculous. Like, don't even say anything, buddy. Like, don't go and say, well, technically and actually, and you know, try to take everyone else's opinion and make them have to hide behind factual information just for you to do it. I'm saying, like, that would be insane. You know, telling someone some factual information may be great to allow them to form their opinion, but not to just be their opinion. It's not an opinion, I'm saying. Or it's not a perspective, I'm saying. I just want people to think that I'm trying to, like, harbor, or not harbor, but, you know, coerce people, or the same people I'm trying to convince, or same people trying to say I'm a cult like person, right? Like, if your opinion's behind facts, against the other day, you know, you read in the dictionary, look, 1, 2, you know, these are all numbers, 3, you know, and this is the example. But I like rainbows, dude. Come on, bro. Like, don't even try to, like, mix up everything like that. Like, go away. Dude. Definitely switching this because it also gives me block recovery. I don't know what that means. I wonder if that means, like, if I get stunned, I recover quicker, or if it means I don't get stunned. I don't know. But yeah, I don't want to be I don't want to create valid things before me that are only used to veil fragile egos and opinions that, you know, I hold. I'm just going to share my opinion, and if it doesn't hold up, it's not supposed to. It's my opinion. It's not supposed to be like the Iron Curtain. It's like, I think rainbows are cool. You'd be like, cool. Rainbows aren't cool with me. Alright. It's your opinion. It's my opinion. Let's not start trying to use logic and reasoning and factual information against each other just because we share different opinions, right? We can share facts. We can share different opinions. We can have the same facts and opinions. Like, I'm not doing this. I'm not going to set up a barrier between me and other people so I can try to take them down because they share a different opinion. Like, I really don't even care. I'm saying their opinion is something I respect. If it's a literal opinion, I respect it. I'm not going to be someone who creates misunderstandings and arguments for the sake of my opinion. I'm saying my opinion is my opinion. I respect other people's opinion, and I'm just not going to go to school with this. I'm saying we're not going to take this to the chalkboard so I can validate my opinion isn't valid. Cool. I guess, again, what you're using facts to achieve. You're trying to get just to make it people don't have opinions. Like, I don't go and watch the news and hide behind it so I can spout my opinions. That'd be ridiculous.
In this cage, evil claws at the bars and howls for freedom.
Before anyone thinks that I'm here to build a wall of facts and reasoning just so I can hide my opinion, veil my opinion, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it for the sake of disrespecting people's opinions. People are going to get the facts. It's going to be put in their pocket. They're going to do what they want to do with that. And I'm going to respect their opinion, you know what I'm saying? The same thing, if people were just going to kill each other, I was going to say, look, let's put the weapons down and show some respect to one another. You say, well, actually, I think that wouldn't be possible. Well, there you go. You pull your weapon back out, and it's kill mode. But for now, I know that I don't have to pull out the facts or the weapons to respect people and respect their opinions. I'm not doing that. Like, that's super, super weird. It's not what we're doing here. I'm doing this for the cast speed, attack speed, and cast speed. Because I need it. Area of effect probably be pretty good. I'll grab it after I get my attack speed and cast speed. Then once I have this, well, there's more area stuff over here. I'll probably go back and grab some of these. So I might say that That's useless. You should not grab them. You should just take what you need so you can get to what you need. I agree. Like, that's definitely valid. Like, I've seen it done. It works.
I am no beast of
But
burden.
I don't really plan on building a character based off the end game. You know what I'm saying? Like, the end game's the end game. I'm not at the end game yet. So, like, I'm not there yet. You know what I'm saying? And when I get to the end game and it ends up being that I should have, because I haven't experienced this game to that point yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it ends up being that I should have done that and, like, not doing that is very detrimental. Like, not planning ahead that far is, like, a bad idea. Like, I'm not trying to be, like, sarcastic. Like, I haven't experienced the game to that point, so that's just how I would view it. Like, that you don't have to go to the end game. Like, at the point where I know that you basically should always be preparing for the end game.
I am no beast of burden.
And if you don't, then you're, like, cooked. Like, you know, we'll get there. I'll get there when I get there. Kind of like when you go to school and people just want to be like, they don't have a home, they don't live, they just have school. Like, that's cool. Like, let me know that, so I know that you're in school mode. Like, let me know that, bro, so I can adapt to the situation, right? Like, I'm not trying to alienate people or alienate myself for the sake of efficiency. Like, that's not efficient. Efficient is, you still have to go home, you still have to live your life. You go to school and you've created a strategy to be efficient. Efficiency is kind of something that doesn't require you to cut your arms off. You know what I'm saying? Like, you say, well, cut my arms off, be more efficient. Like, I'm sure there's a better word for that type of idea. It isn't efficient. You can consider it efficient, but really, if your arm bogs you down, your life bogs you down, you would think you'd have to create a more efficient life and family and all that. If I cut my arms off and I only stay at school and I just argue people all the time, I don't really live. How is that efficient? That's why it's kind of dangerous people to be like military minded and logical, because it doesn't embrace anything other than itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, logic embraces logic. War embraces war. You know, people like that embrace mostly themselves. They don't embrace everything that is possible. It's like having a gun to me. That's why it's dangerous. You know, people should be much more mature and much more willing to listen to people, because they're not going to embrace it anyway. Someone in the military is not just going to fall for someone talking about muffins and kittens. Wouldn't even really be a big deal. It wouldn't be dangerous for someone like that to maybe hear them out. Let's go. I just want people to at least understand where I'm coming from. Like, I'm not trying to destroy their opinion. I'm not trying to even sway them in such a manipulative, subconscious, cult-like way. I'm really saying something that could be misconstrued as an attack on their soul or something. Right? I don't think I'm trying to, like, indoctrinate them or something.
I am no beast of burden.
I'd be like, bro, you in here listening just so you can get indoctrinated one day. I'm saying, like, you're in here listening to me so you can go somewhere else, and the same thing happens, you know, somewhere else in some other way. It's actually pretty good. I'm probably gonna use its club. I'm sure I can still use my abilities with the club. Actually don't know. Actually don't know. Because I am using smite and all that. And it wouldn't give me any, like, increased spell or elemental damage. I don't know, I probably shouldn't use the club. It's almost like if I was like an anime character and I had to prove myself to some people. People knew that since episode 1. Like Luffy was a guy who didn't mean to hurt anybody, and he wasn't saying things to eventually pull out another thing to trick you. Could he trick you anyway? Like, oh, I tricked you not to do this. People have to really be proved. Like, some people have to literally have Luffy prove himself. Like, they literally are that, they're that basically self-deluded, I guess you could say. Like, they've literally affected themselves so negatively that they wouldn't even trust somebody else who has basically, everyone gets that he's a cool dude. He's not like a manipulator. Like, they would need to watch like at least half of One Piece to even think that he was maybe not a manipulator. Like, you're completely paranoid. That's paranoia, I'm saying. If someone can prove themselves after they make you paranoid, you should never trust them, I'm saying. If someone could scare you and you kind of identify with that fear, and you kind of associate them with fear, you should never trust them. Like, you need someone else to make your decisions for you, because it's not going to go good if you keep, spouting out your opinions and going off what you think, because what you think is literally hurting you more so than helping you. If you don't trust people for the sake of like your opinion or for the sake of facts, like, your opinion facts aren't serving you, they're basically hurting you. Like, I wouldn't literally sit behind the fact that I like girls and then say, well, I don't like One Piece because girls. Like, you don't even like girls anymore. Like, you just want to not like stuff. Like, that's kind of crazy at some point where, like, this always happens. Like, someone should tell you before you get stronger than them, or they agree with you in some way, that what you're doing is just kind of being paranoid, and your logic and your opinions are really failing you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should have this idea that, you like to be logical and factual, and if something is said and you hear it, it should run through your logical and factual check marks or your checklist, and then you should move on. If you can't move on and your brain starts to sputter, or you start to sweat and you start to not like people, or you start to disagree with them, whatever you had as a checklist for logic and facts literally did not help you at all. It literally made you paranoid and fight people for no reason, because you brought this to the table. You brought your facts and you brought it here. You came up on some, it's like being a gangbanger. You came up with the ideology that your color and your gang and your principles are always the answer, when they're never the answer. You know what I'm saying? Like, if 2 + 2 is 4, that's not the answer to, what do you want for dinner? It's never the answer for dinner. It literally sounds like you might not be even engaging with people or talking to them. If you're literally someone who ponders and thinks, well, 2 + 2 is 4, like math, then someone's like, well, I'm sorry I'm interrupting you from pondering, but, you gotta eat. What do you want for dinner? Oh, don't interrupt me, I'm trying to think. Or 2 + 2 is 4. Like, chill, bro. Like, at least let 2 + 2 = 4, and your pondering and your intellectual ways serve you and not just hurt you and make you alienate yourself and other people. Like, if my ideology is I like waffles, I'm not gonna go to a bar who doesn't serve waffles and say, I want waffles. If you want waffles, I'm gonna hurt somebody. Like, no, bro, you're really being like a Hitler person. Like, you're being a Hitler. You're being a Nazi. Your ideology is your answer that's supposed to serve you. Your perspective is supposed to serve you. Your opinions are supposed to serve you. It's not supposed to serve everybody else. It's not supposed to serve waffles when you're supposed to get hot wings or something, right? If it doesn't help you deal with things, you personally, it's not helping you. It's just making you alienate people and fight them. I'm not here to fight people and alienate and flaunt my opinion that doesn't even matter to anyone, because they were literally going to listen to it and they were going to gauge, if they agreed or not, or if they share the same opinion. It's not even about me. It's about me saying something to someone, and then it's about them now and saying it's up to them. Like, I'm not going to do this every time I stream. I'm not going to talk about some person who just wants to fight people and be an alienator for his sake, so I don't destroy them. I'm saying, like, I'm going to destroy them. That's what's going to happen. I'm not gonna let people ruin my day, make me be like Mr. Rational Vader Pants. I'm saying that's not what I'm about to do.
I am no beast of burden.
Big armor. My armor's definitely working wonders. And having all these different sources of splash damage, like having this relic and having a prismatic burst. It's great. It's perfect. I don't know, I'm not gonna say this game's that hard. Like, definitely, I would say the controls are so old, and like I can literally try to aim. Like, I'll try to aim at the skeleton body right here, and like I'll swing. Like I'll enter the battle, I'll swing. Like I might swing over here. Or, I don't know, but like you might see me end up missing, and like the cast speed's so long, it's like, come on, bro. Like it's just not even difficult. It's like age. It's like the age of the game. The games that used to feel fun don't feel fun anymore because they just control so poorly, and I've already been spoiled by new games. But like I would literally play these games just because they're good, not because it's the controls, but the kills. Or even like the UI. The UI is just so fruit punch like. It's just so I just can't do it. Like, I'm not gonna subject myself to such old technology to create nostalgia or try to recreate what was going on, but I just couldn't. You can't. Right? You really can't. It just isn't possible, so I'm not even gonna try to do it. Computer games are kind of the exception because mouse and keyboard kind of makes up a lot of time for that. But trying to play a controller in an older game, it's usually like, it feels like I'm holding a brick. But yeah, as far as the difficulty of the game and the build, I don't really know if it's appropriate or necessary to go that crazy or hard. Like you definitely have to be aware that you can't just sit there and not do anything. Like sometimes you run into a new enemy and then they'll just burst you down with their AoE or something. Like these enemies, like it's not like it's easy. But I'm not gonna say that it's making me sweat, you know what I'm saying? Like on average this game's hard, I would say, but to say it's like a hard game, like a Dark Souls difficulty where like you're literally struggling. Like, you're not gonna sit and struggle on one boss or enemy that long. It's just not the same type of difficulty, I guess. It's almost like trying to get on the level of people who are better than you. Not so much trying to be better than them, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of where this game leads me. It's like being a little kid hanging out with other people, like you're trying to get on that level of being older and all that. Like, that's kind of what I would see it as. I don't know, but Dragon Dogma 2 is still coming. I'm still trying to finish up, Last Epoch. Try to finish up some stuff there. I've already played the game for like almost 80 hours, like I'm kind of taking a break. Like if you can prevent burnout, you really can't. You really can't, but I'd probably say you could. Like the game is good, it's fun, like I don't want to be the factor. We've played it for too long. Like, now I'm upset. Hyperion. I don't know. But like I was saying, with me kind of having that slow cast speed and that it being clunky, that being kind of the source of the game difficulty, like that's not entirely true. If someone find a way to run through this, like this is my build, I ran through this part. Like, I definitely believe you, I've seen it. I've seen people run through the game, like I was running through the game on Witch. To me, there's a little more to games than strategy. Kind of like enjoying them and having like, almost like your own imagination go along with the game. Like you play the game for more than just the purpose of defeating it in the end. Like that kind of, to me, is where you play the game and you kind of have that one playthrough where you go super hard, but afterwards you don't really even, you can't even put up with the game. It's almost like you were burning, like on fire the whole time playing through it. Like I've definitely done that before, and it's like, bro, like the game was really good, but now like all of my rage ruined it. I guess all of my like super video gamer basically ruined it. Like I definitely understand stuff. I'm not someone who doesn't understand someone's opinion or like. Sword skills give physical fire damage. Or sword skills give 25% physical damage as extra fire damage. Lightning damage. Splash damage. These are all pretty good. Like I'm pretty impressed by all that, what I just saw with all these socketed runes. I'm gonna buy every single one of these. I'm gonna use them. I'll probably use splash damage. Wait, where's my splash damage? Oh, it's right here. Wait. Splash? Did I already socket splash? Probably did. Yeah, splash, okay. And then I'll go, I don't really have any fire damage. Probably go for Devour. Devour support. Yeah. I guess I could drop some of these flasks in my thing, make another character.
While we live, we
These
are
big
blessed.
flasks. I probably won't need them. I mean, I guess I would. Let's have enough of them, right?
Yes?
If I were to play another class, I don't know if I'd play any of the other classes. Like, not for that long, that seriously. Like, they're good, but I'm good. I'd rather just play the Witch and the Templar. Okay. I could have sourced with that ring.
God hasn't abandoned us.
Oh. But like I try to have a lot of fun and all that. Like I try to save certain things for certain spaces. Like I try not to do too much on fun, toxic behavior in places that doesn't belong where it's considered toxic. Like you show up to like a courtroom and you start arguing for your life and all that, it's cool, it's not toxic. But you show up on the internet and start being super toxic like that, like that's just unnecessary. It's uncalled for. Like I understand, like it's almost like I can learn a lot from people, you know, about maintaining and longevity sustainability just from people who are willing to bring their arguments to the internet. But really, it's not ever gonna affect things that positively. Like it's something you can learn from. Like someone being tough and like a teacher, like you can definitely learn a lot from that. But it's not like that good of an effect. It's still kind of negative. I get it, I can learn, but it's still pretty negative. Like I just went up here and taught people about science, and I was trying to play video games at the same time. And like I just was mostly here for science, and be like, bro, that's super annoying and toxic. Like you could literally just talk down people because they're like trying to get involved in video games. Or something. You're just here to be talking down people. What I'm saying, like things can make sense and still be toxic. That's pretty quick.
Rest now, tormented soul.
Momentum? Momentum like attack speed? It's pretty fast. Much quicker than Smite. That's pretty slow. But Glacial Hammer is pretty quick. What is this? Oh, just the way I came in? Didn't.
some, death is welcomed with open arms. Did you end Brutus's suffering
only,
out of avarice or mercy? Only you know the answer to that one.
I only killed Brutus because he attacked me first. It wasn't really about any, like, mercy or, like, evil intention. I don't even know the guy. Yeah, what I was gonna say was, how it takes long to cast, and, you know, the control speaks so clunky.
Be well.
Like, it kind of isn't part of the challenge. You know, I would assume.
Free of his own prison.
I wouldn't lump it in.
Since you're so bloody
Like, it's like an
determined to
obstacle
keep the
more
butchers off
so. It's
death,
not
you
a
better have
constant part. It's not like a part of the game you'll constantly, or you should constantly be dealing with. You know what I'm saying. Ooh, leap slam. I always like these type of things. Leap slam.
one. Farewell.
I really should be using a glacial hammer. It's pretty devastating. Ouch. But, you know, I was just saying all that to say that in PoE 2 there'll be a dodge roll. So like you could literally be casting, like I could start casting something, see how long it takes. I could start casting something like this, even something takes even longer. Because in that game some stuff it takes longer to cast. Thanks, not yet for sure. And like you can like there's charge attacks, you can charge them up. You know what I'm saying? And you can just dodge roll out of it. So even having a dodge roll is gonna definitely make canceling and in kind of reasserting your or just establishing your position. Oh, excuse me, good. Much easier than just, you know, I was watching some of the videos that the developers had put out. You know, they basically intended for that to be the case where you can, they made it where you could dodge everything. I'm saying like you can potentially dodge everything, and they're basically saying that they're gonna use that. Like a player knows they can dodge everything, or they know they can dodge everything. They know you can dodge everything, so they're gonna make the game harder in other ways. I'm probably gonna play a Templar. Like I really like the class fantasy. I also might play, wait. I also might play a monk. I might play a mercenary or whoever has the crossbow. If someone has a crossbow, someone has a bow and arrow. I might play the crossbow dude. He's almost like a gun wielder person. The way they explained it was like basically guns. I guess you're saying like when you hit the button, like it wants to feel like instantly, like it's like a crossbow, you instantly are blowing stuff down, hitting stuff. Which gave me the impression that they wanted to be like kind of a gunner basically. So that could be cool, especially in PoE where you like run through the game. Like a gunner could literally like be a good answer to people who like to play like that, because of just the feeling of playing something like that. It was like a shotgun crossbow who has like a quick rapid fire crossbow. It kind of fits, I guess, the fantasy, if people have the fantasy of speeding through. So I was either going to go Gunner, Monk, or Templar. There's 12 classes in this game. I don't really like to go Wizard. I feel like you just want to go Wizard, it's like a bad omen. Or like, I'll never play Wizard again, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can go Wizard later. Like, I don't like to start at this. Like, I have like my own petitions when it comes to games. Like, if I like buy them, if I have a bunch of games at once, I'm usually not going to play them at all. Like, one of them will be kind of bad, and the other one eventually just gets put down. I don't play it. Right, so like I try not to do that. Like, you know, a good example would be Dragon Dogma 2 comes out, and then this Asian Samurai Ronin game comes out. And it's like they come out the same day, like you could buy both of them, and then like, no, if I buy both of them, I'm more than likely going to put both of them down forever. It's better just for me to build hype around one game and follow it and make it a big deal, and it has like a moat around it at some point, you know, imaginary moat, emotional moat, energy moat. And I actually probably come back to the game I play. It becomes legendary in my mind. It's like, you know, superstitions, right? If I play wizard first and a game has wizards, I usually never play wizard again. It usually just kind of has to be that one character I made at first, or I just go and play it. Usually it's better to go with the old classic warrior as the first character, the all-around type of guy. And that usually allows me to play everything. That's almost a little too universal for my taste. So it's better that I play like a monk or something. Like I don't even go along with, like I'm not good with the monk. Like that's not good. It's kind of better to me to be like the playtester who tests the game and tries to try everything, tries to keep an open mind, and like that usually has good fortune, good superstition. Energy moat, mind moat, or mental moat, emotional moat, good superstition. That's a good point. Like, imagine if you saw energy, like, what we consider energy could be like, you know, you, like, look down the road and it's hot, and there's, like, a heat wave. Imagine if you always had an energy mind and you thought, energy moat, you know, energy table, some type of construct. I'm pretty sure most people wish that when they came into contact with this heat wave, that you see, that they had been, like, a table or some type of construct. So that's what I'm gonna start doing. That makes a lot of sense to me. Energy moat, you know, instead of me looking down and seeing like a water, like I have like a fountain, not my fountain, but you know, it's like the property's fountain and the water in the back, and to me it's like that's like energy, like a waterfall, but it's fountain. You know what I'm saying, it's not just energy, it's fountain. So then once I have things that aren't energy, like a regular table, it's like it could be more energetic, it could be more high energy, because fountain back there is all energy. Like a waterfall just pounding into the rocks, or, you know, cascading over to the edge. That's straight up energy, dude. But it's a beautiful waterfall, you know what I'm saying? Taking something that doesn't really have any form, it's just energy, and kind of just hoping it is something. And before I even come into contact with it, it already is something. Like I can even call it a heat wave or some type of, you know, visual, some type of thing I made up, right? Something that is better than it being nothing, kind of going to waste in a way, or not being utilized entirely. Yeah, I'm not playing this because PoE 2. Like I was already gonna play PoE 2. Like I wasn't playing this yet. Then I was like, well, I don't know, this game just kind of seems weird to me. I actually saw someone play a new game. Like me watching people play it, the game seemed kind of weird. And people playing it at like level 80, running through the end game content. Like that's all I really saw of it. I was seeing someone play a new game and seeing that it was kind of still like a normal RPG. I never even heard about this game back in the day. Like it's not even like I heard about it or something. I didn't hear about this. I feel like I should have. Like I heard about Torchlight and Diablo, but I didn't hear about PoE. PoE was like right around the same time, I'm pretty sure. Let me look it up. Yeah, it came out 2013. That was like right after Diablo 3, right? 2012, yeah. So like, I was playing Diablo. I was playing Torchlight 2. Like that's when those games came out. Torchlight 2, Diablo. Those are like the big games coming out. I guess PoE wasn't really known about. Like Diablo 3 already has Diablo 2 under its belt. Torchlight 2 already had Torchlight 1. I guess any PoE wasn't that big with the other people. It was like a risk. But I feel like it probably would have been better than those two other RPGs, just for like the hardcore gamer. This is what this guy's doing. I thought I did that. Holy crap. Here we go. Bronze Scepter. Much better than what I have now. Intelligence, physical damage, fire damage, way better. But actually, the only drawback is it doesn't have the sockets I need to pull off. I need to pull off. I need Holy Relic. I need Smite. I guess I'll have to drop some things for now. Ruthless Support. I guess I cannot use Splash. I'll probably throw on Holy Relic. I'll just have to make some sacrifices. I need Smite. Steel Skin. Glacial Hammer. I don't need Devour Sword. I can easily go Prismatic Blast. I don't need the health regain, health regen. Ruthless Support. Smite. Steel Skin. I don't really need Steel Skin over Melee Splash. Yeah, I'll keep Steel Skin. It'll be okay. I only need 2 slots, I think, and I need Leap Slam as well. Another one. And Frost Blink. Can I actually do something that adds more slots? Like, can I use something that adds more slots to my a weapon? This has 1 slot. I'm pretty sure there's something I think I already have. This game definitely resource heavy, you know, resource management. Improves the quality of a Slask. Improves the quality of weapon. Maybe it's alchemy shards. Oh, here it is. Reforce number. Stock 7 item. Item sockets are not empty. Okay, green is not preferable, but I can probably re-roll that, right? I could re-roll the color. I might end up re-rolling the blue. Turn them both into red. I can do this. I can go red. I can do red. Yeah, I can throw melee splash. Melee splash. Yeah, melee splash. Yeah, melee splash. And I guess I need some Holy Relic. I need that on something. I don't really need that elemental duration. I need the Holy Relic. Another red. Devour, I don't need Devour. I don't really need that. Frost Blink would be cool. I guess I'll go Leap Slam. Perfect. That'll get me around quicker. I actually could use it infinitely. I'm speeding. I didn't know that was actually the case. I actually saw someone doing this on like a stream. Is this faster? To me, that's like PoE, like jumping around. Just that's what you do now. You jump around. That's, I don't think it's faster. It could be. If I had a high enough cast speed, that could be faster. If I like increase the distance. Yeah, if I had a hard cast speed, like just a little bit quicker, I would definitely be jumping around the whole time. It seems about the same speed. Okay, I'm gonna run from this rock. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi. Oh, we'll say 8 Mississippi, right? I wasn't counting. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi. I would say it's about the same speed or a little slower, which is what I thought. That was about the same speed. Alright, this leak just made the game way doper, way more epic. Yeah, PoE is gonna come out. It's gonna be great. It's gonna have answered all the I already know it is. It's gonna answer all of the quality of life issues, and the game's gonna be PoE probably still. I feel like people played it already, and they aren't saying bad things. Like it's not PoE, so I feel like it's still enough PoE.
Frankly, I would have been surprised if you hadn't recognized me. Yes, 'tis I, Captain Sigmund Fairgraves, wave tamer, pirate babe.
My only issue is the
and
quality of
conveyor
life. This game had like, they're basically saying that PoE originally was.
So, what am I doing here? Apart from blowing my own bugle? I'm marooned, languishing, thanks to a pair of pretty blue eyes, stuck fast in the filthy mud of Rayclast, thanks to one sultry little slave girl. I liberated her from the flesh pits of Prathus, and she repaid me in full with sleight of hand and swift feet. Turned the coat of my first mate, took my hard-earned all-flame, and with it, the wind. May fair
You know,
winds
as long as it
fail
answers,
you.
like I was saying, originally PoE was gonna be, PoE 2 was gonna be a graphical overhaul of PoE 1, but he said they did so much that they just made it a new game. So, you know, when it comes out, it's definitely gonna have the graphics. I've already seen the graphics. It has the graphics. I don't care about the graphics. It had PoE 1 graphics. These graphics are still an ARPG. Like, it's great. It's fine. Like, it's not a big deal. It's literally a top-down game. Like, it's not gonna be a big deal. Unless, like, they keep stressing about the graphics, it could become a big deal, I guess. But the graphics are there. The quality of life, I know it's going to be there. The game's literally a 2024 game. It's gonna have the quality of life. It's gonna have the controls. It's gonna have the dodge roll. It's gonna have the fluidity. It's gonna have everything it needs to have for me to be satisfied. And then the content. Hopefully, it has a lot of content. I love games with tons of content. Even if I don't really get to all of it, I still appreciate the amount. It has 12 classes. That's literally like the dream come true. It's PoE, so you play PoE 1, you know that if it can be anywhere near PoE 1, it's going to be good enough. It's great. And a 6-player co-op, which is cool. 6-player co-op's different. Usually it's 4-player. 6-player is cool. I might even make a series on Twitch and YouTube where I only do a co-op character. Like, you know, I'll just jump at random people and I play with them, and then if they leave, I'll find another person. You know, a co-op basically series. Especially if I get the game day one, I'll easily be able to do a co-op series. Like I might play like Wizard. Some class I wouldn't normally play. I feel like it's a little too cheap and easy on co-op, just because at that point it's fair. It makes it much more fair. Right? Like I wouldn't want to play a melee class where like it'd be complete clusterfuck. You know, it definitely opens the gate for me as a hardcore gamer who is playing PoE currently, and a content creator who creates what I call, you know, something within a genre. Something within a genre to me is like, not like fine art, but like, you can even call it BS art, low-level art. I'll take it. I can't just start smacking people and like stomping people and all that. Like there's still some rules that come with making art and presenting people. Like I consider this creativity, at least. Like creativity isn't a thing. Like creativity comes, you know, that's art basically. What'd you say? But, you know, that opens the gate for me as a hardcore gamer who is allowed to smack people around and be super devastating. And then at the same time, like, some type of content creator who creates visually appealing or audible audio that is appealing. I'm just calling it an art, right? Some type of art. Maybe like an endurance type of art, where like you have to stick around, for it to be considered creativity or art or anything. I don't know, maybe like even an art realm. Maybe it's not that I'm an artist, or I have an art realm. That probably makes more sense. But that opens the doors for me as well, where it lets me be a hardcore gamer and also a very gentle, misunderstood artist, or someone with an art realm. I like art realm. Yeah, that makes sense. Basically, a space that people could create art and talk about art, you know, and movies and all that. They could do all that, right? It's a realm for that type of stuff. It's an area for that type of stuff. A realm, if you will.
Your trust
I think
is
that
the
my relic
only
up.
reward I need.
That would have
Lord
actually
of Light.
been a big thing to have up. A good thing to have up. AoE build.
I am no beast of burden.
People might say, hey, look, man, you don't gotta pick up everything and sell it. You know what I'd say to them? Yes, I do. Yes, I do have to. I'm not gonna pick up all the stuff on the ground that I couldn't pick up. That'd be a waste. It'd be a waste. I'm saying, like, I'm gonna keep going and pick up some
Novair
better stuff.
dwells in the
Stuff
caves beyond the wrecks, at the head of Siren's Cove. Leave her be. If you must take your chances with the Siren, then have this. It may be of some help.
Static strike. Technically, weapon gaining static energy for duration. If you hit an enemy while you have static energy, you frequently hit a number of nearby enemies with beams. Is this better than Smite? I'm gonna assume that it's better than Smite. Ice Nova, Blazing Salvo, Storm Call. Storm Call could be good. Scorching Ray, Mana Bond, Wintertide Brand, Stormburst. I'll be right back. Alright. Brings about an hour. I'm probably gonna grab Static Strike. To me it sounds like might be a smite upgrade.
While we
I'm gonna
live,
go back down
we
there
are
to
blessed.
see. Wait, I gotta sell my stuff.
Hello.
We'll go back there to see how this looks. How this works.
Take care. Farewell.
Let's see. Nasty. Yeah, that's nasty, buddy. I'm definitely gonna switch that out. Smite's cool. Like I just think it's a lightning ability. I'm saying it's not like I'm saying like. If it was 50%, you know, it's still for Taphamite thing, you know, and have chains. I kind of want that, you know, the chaining and all that for, you know, range basically. So I just swung and hit like twice, and just killed all the other mobs. Yep. Ooh, Jesus. I mean, like, wait. Making it hard to focus for now, or you know, making it hard to focus. I can upgrade this stuff. I meet the requirements. Okay, what are the requirements? I need to be level 16. Alright, I was kind of freaked out. I was confused. This little lightning that comes from this static shock is really disorienting for me right now at this point in time. Level 15, okay. I feel like earlier in the game, like even Act 1, I don't know if I'm still in Act 1, whatever, I am in Act 1, alright, you kind of see the potential for making a crazy build, so like I feel like you would decide earlier in the game whether it was still fun, whether it was like feasible. I say it's still fun, I say it's still possible to play the game like that, so to me that's should be a lot more normal people, because I'm already experiencing a lot of OP build potential in mobility, like the sleep, like just like that's crazy mobility. I'm saying if I get cast speed, like it's gonna be insane. Greater like Flask. Alright, this game's dope. Like I can't wait for PoE 2. Like it's gonna be insane. Oh, wait, I might need that still. Here, wait, let me be right back. Where these guys come from, bro? I went away for like 2 seconds, bro. What the heck? They beat me up, took my money, all the money in my pocket. Hello, is alright.
Welcome, husband. We knew in our hearts that you would find
Yeah, I
us.
feel like you've already experienced OP.
Andresu.
I'm OP right now on my witch. You already experienced OPness. Many people going for like, you know, the stringy build where they snake through. Maybe they can't experience OPness until later on. But I'm already kind of OP. And I already kind of see the gear getting better and having tons of cash and resources. I'm saying I don't really want to wait until the end game. And be pretty, like, it already occurs. It already happens. Maybe he'll play him like Ruthless or something, you know, like I was playing Ruthless, like, yeah, he would be pretty weak. But then you need endgame build, sure. I'm about to play Ruthless just to experience that scarcity, you know, that for a second. Was I supposed to go and like get back that dude's thing? Did I go past it? Yeah, I think I went past it. Okay. Let me go back. Yeah, I want to go for some like elemental mastery. Some elemental mastery around here. It's pretty far away. Fire mastery. Elemental resistance. Here's more elemental damage. Okay. let's do the side way. You can just go past it. You don't have to do that. Alright guys, I'm leaving again. Put my sandwiches in the oven. Everyone runs up, beating up again. Alright. I probably could literally jump on everybody. You don't even have to like swing. I can just jump. Be that accurate. If I jump too slowly, it'd be impossible to correct. I was like jumping like 8 times just to sound something. I almost guarantee that when it gets to the end game, whatever build I pick will be good enough. Not better, but I won't be like struggling. Even if I like don't go and get some crazy mastery or whatever. Probably better to hit this. Proc my like, or activate my static strike stack, and then jump. So it's still shotgun. That'll basically do all the work for me.
Flame, my blessed, damned Allflame. Oh, you want your moment of the firelight now, do you? Unfortunately, necessity is what it is, and for the Allflame to give light. Please understand that as a gentleman of honor, it pains me greatly to do this. Hard times call for hard hearts. I'm sure, were the circumstances reversed, you'll do precisely the same.
Temptation may turn even the noblest of men. We should take heed.
Shit depends. 15 maximum life, armor. Doesn't really have the slots I need though. Probably go tower shield. I don't even know what Momentum does. I can actually throw it over here. I've been reading a lot of One Piece manga. And like I said, whatever was in the anime was cool, but it was just too cheesy. You know, people wouldn't, you know, as far as the actors, the voice actors, you know, the animation and the pictures are all, it's all the same as the manga, most basically. It's basically the same thing visually, but, you know, emotionally you can't really even connect to that stuff. People are just too, like why would you be a part of an anime with tons of emotional moments where you're just like a complete cool dude about it? But like you're just like sound like some whiny robot. And everything in the manga hits way harder. It kind of is a good example of something that isn't on TV or in real life being much more impactful. It's like magic. Like a lot of the early arcs, like I would never watch again because they're so cheesy. Like I wouldn't want to watch All Apart. I wouldn't want to watch, you know, Usopp's recruitment. I wouldn't want to watch a lot of the stuff that to me was just cheesy and not that great. But in the manga, it's amazing. It's like top tier. So I can't even wait. I can't wait to see, like, you know, 'cause I'm a big fan of like Whole Cake Island. You know what I'm saying? Thriller Bark. You know, more of the later arcs, but the early arcs are so good. I can't wait to see what the arcs I was a fan of in anime are going to be like. So I watched One Piece when it was on like Toonami and all that. Then I like watched it more recently on Crunchyroll. If you want to watch anime, you can pay a subscription to get all the good animes, or you can watch some of them for free on Crunchyroll. But I read, you know, the manga now. I would never go back to watching anime. Like it's just such like almost a shallow, like a shallow version of what. Like it's there. Like the emotional moments are still there, but they don't really hit. They don't really have the ability to be delivered properly. Like having to read them is even more impactful because you have to actually like basically recite all of the crying and screaming and stuff. You can't just like listen to it, which is pretty funny. That definitely is like One Piece I would have thought be like the worst manga ever because it's like really goofy art style. But it actually is the best manga I've ever read. I think it's even better than JoJo. You're like, whoa, what are you saying? Or what do you want to, like manga wise, like JoJo's a good manga, but it's hard to kind of grasp a lot of the intellectual and brainy stuff. Like it's almost like, you know, just usually that type of stuff isn't that impactful. Like the one being a smarty pants. But the manga, just the emotion and almost the value that, you know, the way they value stuff in the manga. Like in, and if you've ever watched One Piece or read it, you know, at one point Zoro goes to a sword shop, and once he you know, he like throws her sword in the air, so like he can see if it cuts his arm. Like he just throws it in the air so like it can like land on his arm. Like if it does, like he's not worthy of being swords and all that. Like that's not really the point I'm trying to make. The point is once it doesn't hit his arm, the shopkeeper, who's kind of like a scam artist, who's like a cheapskate, is so like amazed and like he like respects Zoro so much that he gives him like his family or heirloom, which is like a mega sword basically. And like he like completely changes his opinion. And usually in anime, like, well, this guy's a cheapskate, but the manga like did it so well that it's like, yeah, this guy has some respect now. And I have respect. I liked it. What's going on over here? Just stuff that would be minor and you wouldn't really think about anymore is actually a big deal in the manga. Like Zoro being a kid and his friend, you know, being a girl and her talking about not being strong because she's a girl and she can't be the greatest swordsman in the world because she's a girl is way more impactful reading it in the manga. Or like, you know, it's just way better. Not even like trying to say it in the sense that it's like superior, but just that the emotions, like it's all the same thing. It's literally the drawings are the same thing as in the anime. That's not what I'm talking about. And, you know, the fights in anime are way better, but it's really the emotional aspect. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, usually a One Piece saga is there's a backstory, especially in the early goings, right? There's some backstory. You learn about Usopp's childhood, or you learn about Nami's childhood, and then it all kind of boils up to them beating up some bad guy who's kind of causing these issues or is kind of big enough threat. And it's just way more emotional and impactful. It's insane. It's insane. I'm definitely gonna go physical damage, tanky, and elemental. That's all I'm gonna do. Like I don't know what else I would be doing. Maybe like a little bit of like minion. Or, you know, have like this totem. I have this holy relic, maybe something like that. I don't know. But I just try to keep it really basic. So like I know that I'll be okay. Mostly kamikazes. Those are kamikazes. Like I have no way of fighting those kamikaze peeps. But yeah, if you're gonna get to anime, the One Piece is a good anime. But if you really want to get into One Piece and kind of appreciate it, read the manga. I'm not going to tell people how to read manga because it's not illegal, but I'm not going to tell them because I feel like it may be bad for me as like a content creator. Like I told people, like I watched like First 48 or something, and like that was like my favorite show. Like people are like, this isn't good for your brand. I should have used iron army to make kamikaze on me. Steel skin, I mean. But yeah, read the manga. Like I can't really explain it in enough ways or praise the manga enough. Read the manga. I'm literally flying through it. I'm reading it almost every day, every night. Before I go to bed, usually I do something like watch a video or play some games or something, but you know, I'm gonna be reading manga. The thing about the relic is it actually goes off every time I strike lightning. Sounds like a good combo. It's a pretty tough boss fight. It's kind of hard. Couldn't just stand in front of her, she would just beat me up with the garage of ice or something. I'm actually using the hammer instead. I'm probably beat her up together. Not just her. That's late. I guess it's good for like boss killing. Pull out the blade pull hammer. Not yet.
A woman corrupted beyond humanity. I must cure this plague before it sickens all of God's creation.
Like JoJo's dope, like, you know, I'm definitely the biggest JoJo fan, but like
Gave me the gem.
Steel Ball Run, I would say can compete with One Piece. It doesn't have really the emotional moments. It's not the same, you know what I'm saying? It's just not like One Piece is super goofy and you know emotional. It's better, but I'm just gonna say that One Piece manga is better than JoJo mangas. It's time. It's time for JoJo to fall. It's time for JoJo to fall, okay. Molten Shell. Wait, so if I already have Steel Skin, Molten Shell, like, that could be a pretty good combo going back to back. I didn't even know I had both of these. I didn't even know that. Molten Shell, you know, Steel Skin back to back. It's gonna be pretty devastating. And I can... This absorbs damage, I'm pretty sure, right? It gives me 50 armor. Yeah. I can go like Molten Shell.
I must have time.
Oh, it actually cooldowns both of them, so you can only use one or the other. Okay. I'll probably use Molten Shell. I don't know. I can go either way, Steel Skin, Molten Shell. I'll just keep it up there to upgrade it. I don't have any other abilities right now. Do I have to slot Prismatic Burst for it to work? Or can I just not throw it up there? Because I need that spot for something else. Does this even work? Prismatic Burst. And it works. Alright, I think I'm gonna stop for now. I'm gonna stop for now and probably come back later today. It's a new area too, so it's good to stop here. Alright, I'm gonna get up out of here. I'll be back later today to stream more PoE. Alright.